to the Wager Makers Podcast with Webb and Schmidt.
Brick by brick, baby. I'm freaking out, Webb.
I was told there'd be no man. Stupidity's going to be an asset. What a bunch of crybabies.
Hello, my name is Steve Smith, and this is Rob Weber. Say hey, Webb.
Hello. What's up, Smith?
Hey, Webb. That's Webb. I'm Smith. This is the Wager Makers. Thank you all for listening. It's been so long. I forget how to even do the intro to the show without getting tongue-tied here. Webb, we've been gone for a little while. I was out of town a little bit. You had big-time softball all-star stuff going on. Always soccer all-stars. Devin, big injury. Big injury to the wrist. Ruined the Spring Lake all-star team over there, whatever they call it.
Sure.
But it's been a little while, but now we're only a couple weeks from NFL training camp. Even since we've been gone last time, NHL wrapped up. We're almost to the end of the NBA. Webb, this is episode number 94 of the Wager Maker podcast.
94. Yeah, it's still in the garage here. It's been a while. I think it's 4 weeks off. I'm a little bit rusty too. I'm not sure if I remember how to do this. But number 94 again came easy. It's a couple of layups here. Charles Haley, 5 Super Bowl rings. I think he got 3 with the at least 2 with the Cowboys, maybe 3. But and he's a member of the Ring of Honor, I believe. Charles Haley, Hall of Famer. But I'm gonna have to give it up to DeMarcus Ware. He was one of my all-time favorite Cowboys. Number 94 from Troy. He was a big. Actually, Parcells picked him when he was the coach. He'll be in the Hall someday. He actually won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, but he'll always be a Cowboy to me.
Yeah, man, those guys. You know, when you think of 94, I think we talked about this with like 90, 91, 92. Same thing. You think about them like explosive edge rusher kind of dudes. You know, I think, but certainly Charles Haley, and he was great because he's got so many Super Bowl rings and was always a good San Francisco, I think, Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
And DeMarcus Ware, obviously, beast. I remember he crushed the Saints in their Super Bowl season. When they were undefeated, and Dallas came in on a Monday night, and it was right after I think DeMarcus Ware the week before had a terrible injury to his back or neck or something, and so they didn't think he'd be playing.
I remember the scenario. I don't remember. I was at that game. I don't remember much about it, but I know we beat you guys.
Right. Well, they stopped the undefeated season at that point. Yep. So but I think Sean Payton probably didn't expect him to play, and so they didn't whatever they did they didn't expect the edge rusher coming off like him, and he was all over the Saints all game long, and he stopped their undefeated season. So he's really good. I want to obviously Saints fan, dude's still playing. Want to give that shout out to Cam Jordan, one of the best Saints. He'll be go down as one of the best Saints defenders of all time, but still not in the category yet of the Charles Haley, DeMarcus Ware.
Funny, I'm looking over to my left here, and I got a bunch of Cowboys signed photos and stuff on the wall. I got a number 94 signed Charles Haley looking at me against the Eagles. So it's funny. He's sitting on my wall, number 94. Looks right. Throwback uniforms. Must have been like a Thanksgiving Day game or something. That's funny, though. I can look it right at me.
Cool. All right, so we got some big news. Like I said, we'll get into that. Well, I guess we'll talk about this now. We got only 2 weeks, I think, till NFL training camp starts.
Cowboys start a week from today, I think.
Yeah, we're mid-June. Mid-July, so usually by the end of July, fourth week of July, they're getting into training camp. Saints came out with some schedules yesterday of when fans will be allowed in, things like that. And just want to put this out here. Want to give a big thank you to Scott Wheatley. He ponied up $300 we're going to have our first ever web fantasy football league. I know you can't wait for that.
I will not be participating in that fake gambling nonsense, but I do appreciate the effort and the thought by Scott Wheatley. It's not gambling. I have plenty going on Sundays. Instead of sitting next to some douchebag who's cheering for both teams because he needs, 10 points from his fucking wide receiver or some kicker or some bullshit. So,
but thank you very much, Scott Wheatley, for the money. We appreciate it. That's really cool. But I will be in that, and I will be dominating that league for the $300. That's how that's going to go down. And also, George Burge, Wilbur Investigations, they put up some more money. For $250 that's going to go towards, we're going to use that towards one of our football pools. We'll do just like we did last year. We'll have an NFL and a college pool.
Survivor for sure.
Yep. Anybody out there wants to get involved in these football pools or wants to get involved, especially in sponsorships. That's
absolutely.
What we're all about.
Absolutely.
I'm sporting my Monmouth Park shirt, thanks to Devin and Webb. We got
4th of July purchase.
But certainly, even Monmouth Park, we'd be happy to give them a plug.
Absolutely,
head to toe, logo, whatever it takes. So
I'll be looking like a NASCAR driver, head to toe in a Monmouth. I'll dress like a horse. I'll put a horse set on.
So we're building up these prize pools. We still got a little while to get it going, but start getting used to it. We are going to hold people to it. If you get in the league, you're going to have to get some people to join, get some people to watch, get some people to like, to share, to do all that kind of stuff. That's the whole point of doing it, and that's why they're free. So, Webb, you mentioned Cowboys starting up training camp. You know how I feel about the Hard Knocks. I might even have a soft spot for the Cowboys this year. You got to be excited about the Hard Knocks is coming to Big D this year.
I'm not. This is the third time. This is, being a Cowboy fan, you're used to this fucking hoopla about everything all the time. Anything but winning football games. This is the last thing I wanted to see. It's gonna, just another distraction, something else that's gonna, bother me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but it's interesting. There's a couple guys I don't know too well. There's new guys. I'm interested to see what's going on with Micah Parsons. The rookie, I wasn't crazy when I drafted him. He had some, I thought, maturity issues, but everything I read seems like he's doing all right. And I'm anxious to see what Dan Quinn's got to bring to the table too. So we'll see.
All right. Well, listen, here's what's going to happen if you don't watch Hard Knocks that much. They're going to give you a story they want to give. They're going to tell you what they want to tell you. They're going to show you some guy that's kind of probably going to miss the cut, but you're going to fall in love with him, and then they're going to call him into the coach's office one day, and they're going to send him Turk.
The Turk's going to get him.
Going to get the Turk after him.
Danny Amendola was one of the last times. The last time that was the guy who was on the Cowboys and they cut him. He went on into, he's still playing. I think he's either on, he had a great years with the Patriots. I think he's on the Lions now. And then he had it 1 year. Pac-Man Jones was on the Cowboys. I don't know if that was the same. I think that might have been the second time. And that was just a debacle that year. So let's just get through it and let's get on to the regular season.
All right. And it's keeping in the television and the world of entertainment, Webb. I found two shows that you're going to really enjoy. I think on ESPN the other day, I saw that they're doing a 4-part 30 for 30 series, Webb, on your very own 86 amazing Mets.
Absolutely. I saw that too. I was talking to Herm Sorcher yesterday. Me and him used to go. I'm excited. I can't wait to see that. We used to go from Freehold, right? We'd go to his dad's, Al's Bootery, and we'd go. There was right from the bus station was right there in Freehold. We get on the bus, take the bus to 42nd Street, and then take the 7 train right from underneath. Rest up there 45 minutes to 7 train to Willets Point, which is Shea Stadium. I don't know how many games we went to. We were there in the playoff game. Dykes hit a home run off Mike Scott against the Astros. I broke my chair. I had to stand up. Bunch of games. I remember a bunch of Cardinal doubleheader games. It was crazy. That was the time. They used to run. We used to be on the subway, and they'd be singing Lenny and the Mets, like Benny and the Jets from Elton John. It was great. It's hilarious. Crazy. Hell's Angels, the whole 9 yards, man. It was crazy. I was in the 80s. Like, obviously, Fort Authority is nothing like it was now. We saw a dude shaving, like a transvestite shaving in the bathroom one time. It was crazy. It's unbelievable.
Learn the world that way. You learn the world
Absolutely.
that way.
Yeah, I was literally at that point 15 years old. Leave the house, get on a bus at, I don't know, noon, come back at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, getting back. No worries. No one was looking for me.
All right. So I saw those two shows. I thought you'd be into that. Webb, we moved through with the hockey. I thought once the Vegas Knights beat Colorado, the Avalanche, I thought my futures bet was a winner, and obviously Montreal took care of that shit. But congratulations to Tampa Bay Lightning for a great season and back-to-back.
Tampa, yeah. I mean, I ended up just recouping on that last game, but I agree with you. Once Vegas won won that first series against Minnesota, I'm like, at least they're making it there for sure. So I had them pretty heavy in the game against the Canadians, and I bet the Canadians early in the fucking finals, and they just shit the bed on me. So I had to recoup some of there at the end. It was tough. It's tough to repeat. So kudos, heads up to the Lightning. Did you see when they had it on a boat? They had the parade on the boat.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Tampa Bay is getting pretty good at this celebration shit. It was just like it was just like the Tom Brady celebration a few months ago. Same deal. Tampa Bay Lightning had the same situation going on over there. So Tampa Bay,
the dude hit it with his boat, right? Dented the cup or something. You gotta love it.
Man, ever since Tom Brady's been in Tampa Bay, they're winners. They're all winners. The two times for them. The Rays made it to the World Series. They didn't win the World
Rays
Series.
Are good,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
And even, I mean, I tell you, those last couple, like the first 2 games of the finals, I think, sucked. But then those last 2 games were real tight. Canadians won, I think, game 4, and then game 5 was tight. I think it was 2-1 or 1-0. So the last 2 games were good. Hockey's good, man. The hockey's great. I'm looking forward to them figuring out the season. As soon as possible, they'll be back. I mean, hockey season's going to be longer than it's been this upcoming year, so they'll be back quickly.
Yep, I'm a new fan. Glad to say Tampa. The NHL is just awesome.
The players tough.
Play. The players play, and they don't cry, they don't bitch, and they don't moan. Webb, speaking of crying, bitching, and moaning, and you kind of stuck up for them the other day. Team USA went up, and I know it's just exhibition games.
Nigeria, they lost to.
They lost to Nigeria, and then you said, "Oh, they got it's a different kind of thing." But then they lose to Australia a couple days.
But then again, I mean, there's 3 or 4. Again, I'm not defending him. This is only preliminary. This blew somebody out, I think, yesterday. There's a couple. It's not the team that everyone thinks about, the dream team and stuff like that. I'm a big Popovich guy. He's the head coach. But that's just a bunch of one-on-one players. I mean, if you look at the team, it's just a bunch of dudes that are ISO guys and kind of try to take over the game. That's tough to figure out. I'm not making any excuse for him. There's no way. That's like USA losing in basketball is like Canada losing in hockey or some shit like that. You just can't. You invented the game. You got to be the best at it. But Nigeria was coached by Mike Brown, who coached the Lakers and the Cavs, and I think they had 7 NBA players on that team. And I know there's at least 3 dudes that were on the Australia team that were NBA players. Again, they're not playing against 12 or 11 NBA players, but it is different. It's not like you're playing like they said last time they played Nigeria, they beat them by 50. That was, a bunch of, tribesmen. It wasn't professional basketball players they were playing. So, well, and don't count them out yet. Let's see what happens. Again, I'm not no NBA apologist or an NBA fan even, but if they weren't offering a line on it, I don't know if the league would still be out there, but.
All right. I'll let you slide. We'll be patient and let it see it. Let it see where it goes. I think they'll come around and do something. I just think, I don't know. Even when you step on the court, you got the USA on. Show up and play some ball.
Well,
I don't know.
Clearly, again,
regardless of exhibition or whatever. But in the NBA Finals now, we've got Milwaukee with a big win the other night to get it to 2-1. So at least we got a series. I got this future bet on the Suns, pretty big money that I'll win if they get it going. But I need the Suns to win tonight, Webb. I don't want to go to 2-2. I want 3-1.
I guess now 2-2 and then it goes 1-1-1. Is that how it works? The rest of the series. I do like. I bet the over tonight. And I bet no team would be up by a head more than 17 points or something like that. Devin Booker's got to get going. I mean, he was a monster, but he's only shooting 38%. I know we only 10 points last game, but that's the key. I mean, you can talk all you want about CP3, but if without him, they just can't score enough, I don't think. So let's see what happens. I think the lines went up to 4.5, a little bit higher than it was. Maybe it was 4.5 last game too. It's a big. I just think what you're going to see is kind of what you're seeing now. But Milwaukee did the same thing, I think, against the Nets. They lost 2, and then they held serve at home, and then they battled them out. I think you're going to see them win this, and then they'll lose. Game 5 will go to Phoenix, and then the last 2 games are going to be hard fought, I would think.
Right. Well, I just want the Suns to win. I want to win tonight. No, we're fooling around. At one point, I thought I had 2 futures bets, and now it's like 2-1 in this one. It was like all of a sudden, if it's 2-2, I'm like, oh shit, man, we're back to. I don't know, square one, but whatever. But all right. Anyway. All right. What else? NCAA. While we were gone, big thing. NCAA baseball. Congratulations to Mississippi State. Ended up winning. But, and this was a travesty by the NCAA. That they did to Mississippi State and they did it to NC State. So for those that I guess NC State had some guys come down positive COVID. Nobody was sick that I know of. Nobody.
No, I didn't even think that was it. Was that it?
I think they had some positive tests, or
they just broke COVID protocol. I don't think anybody was positive. That's what I thought. I just thought that they broke the code. They broke the rules, the COVID protocol rules, and therefore they got kicked out. They went to some party.
Positive tests.
Well, that's different.
I could be wrong, but either still, is anybody at that point? And look, I think there's. And then if you watch the news today, the last couple of days, there's new stuff going on with the variants and whatever.
Right. The Delta variant.
Right. But at that time, a couple of weeks ago, basically this shit was like done with. You know what I mean? Like who was actually getting sick from this shit and like I don't know, man.
Right.
To me, this was handled terribly by the NCAA. I don't know what.
It just shows pointless. I mean, now the NIL, the name, image, and likeness thing has come out. You see, there's two twins from Fresno State. These two girls, they're making $1 million off their Instagram now. Carolina basketball players are getting paid. A bunch of people, and they, as they should. If I was a 19-year-old kid and I had 1 million followers on whatever, I would be getting paid from Twitter or YouTube or whatever. So how these guys shouldn't be getting paid is ridiculous. But it just shows the NCAA is just a silly organization. It doesn't do anything. It just fucks them up. It doesn't help anybody. It just fucks it up. I don't know. And there's always been, there's been shady boosters and, kids, if there's corruption, no matter what, if the kid's going to take a duffel bag worth of cash from some sleazy agent, he's going to do it if he's getting paid for his name, image, and likeness or not. So it's the NCAA is just a stupid, ridiculously dumb organization that just proved that it's just stupid. It holds nothing. It does nothing.
Right. Well, now that you bring it up, big court case since the last time we were on. Basically, I guess college athletes now are going to be able to make money off their name, image, and likeness. And so it sounds like to the tune. I heard a dude on the radio today say they got Arch Manning, who's the nephew of Eli and Peyton,
it's
and
Connor's son,
Cooper, and the grandson of Archie Manning. This dude is, if you don't know, he's at Newman High School here in New Orleans, getting ready to go to college next year or the year after or something. But this dude, they're saying this dude might be able to be making $10 million a year before he goes to college. Unbelievable. And there's a gymnast, which I'm sure she's not, that goes from LSU, from New Jersey, actually. I think her last name was Dunn, Olivia Dunn, maybe Olivia Dunn or something. They say just because she's got so many Instagram followers and everything, she could likely make $1 million a year just off.
Correct. Yes. But now here the thing is, my 18-year-old daughter could do that if she had 1 million followers. So I could do that now at 50 years old. Why? What? Just because I'm going to LSU to do gym, I'm an LSU gymnast. Why should I be ineligible to do that? What does one have to do with the other? It just makes no sense.
No, absolutely. For many years, like if you're a college student, you can't even get a job if you need.
Right, you can't work at McDonald's. You couldn't even work in the food court for $5 an hour back in the day. Couldn't get anything. You couldn't mow a lawn.
So, but yeah, more power to them. I don't know. Look, at this point, we don't even know what crazy way this is going to change college sports and college athletics.
Oh, look around. It's the guy, Armando Bascott. He signed a deal with a local wings chain for North Carolina. Dude he'll be in the NBA. He's 6'10", but he's he ain't no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, whatever. And he's getting paid right now. Like I said, there's two twins. My daughter, Devin follows, Clavender twins. There's two blonde-headed girls from Phoenix that go to Fresno State, and they were the lead story. That they're making, like you talked, tens of $millions just right off of their Instagram.
Yep.
My kids
more power to them.
Right, exactly.
I wish people would follow this show.
Right. How about that? How about we get like 1/10 of that? Come on, people.
Tell Devin we have to figure out what they're doing that we're not doing.
Just get them to like us, and then we'll all like
tell them to like us.
Right.
Start sharing our shit.
Right.
Let's just get them to like us one time. Just
right.
Like
we'll take a fraction of that. Right.
All right. So So anyway, you going back to the NBA finals. I guess maybe load management doesn't work after all, because LeBron even came out. So I try to tell you, it's too many games. These guys are getting hurt. So we had lots of injuries. Even the Greek Freak was injured a little bit during his series. LeBron, Anthony Davis is hurt all the time. Chris Paul sat out a couple games for COVID and other COVID type thing.
Anthony Davis been hurt every year going back to his college days. You cannot even do that shit. And LeBron's 36 years old. I mean, come on.
Right. Kawhi Leonard. Maybe you should play more in the regular season, so that once you start playing every other night, it's not like a shock to your system.
Right, and your team knows how to play with you, and it don't not play better without you. That was a shame, and that's one game away. That's doing a disservice to your fans, to your franchise, to your teammates. It's crazy.
So I don't know what. So whatever.
The NBA is teetering. Like I said, it's a good thing that there's gambling.
Well, speaking of shit sports, we're in the middle of the All-Star game break this week, and there's word of that maybe next year they were going to do away with the 7-inning doubleheader rules, Webb, and maybe move the DH to where it's in both leagues, and also get rid of the man on second in the extra innings.
The extra innings, it's ridiculous. It's a carnival game at that point. Devin's softball team plays the game out to its true end. Again, if you're going to have 7-inning games, I don't know, you need to do both sides of a doubleheader. Maybe you could do one. And they're not even doing a doubleheader. They're not back-to-back. They're having a 1 o'clock double game and a 7 o'clock game. So it's not even a true doubleheader. So that I'm not a fan of either. Absolutely get rid of that fucking guy on second base. The DH thing, I don't have anything to feel about either way. I mean, I grew up with it. We grew up with it on both. I do like the fact, I think that there's more strategy having a pitcher, having to pitch hit for a pitcher, maybe having him bunt or whatever, bunts, something like that. So I would, if I had to, I'd just kind of leave it like it is. But whatever, again, that's the least of these other, of the three, that is way, way, way far down on the list than these other two jokes.
Right. So, let's see. Webb, right in the middle of the 4th of July break a few days ago. Fireworks, Webb. How many Pierre, Paul, what's the dude's name on that was on the John?
Oh, JPP, John Pierre Paul, or whatever.
Paul.
JPP.
And, well, this time a dude died as a result of I guess you call, I don't know if he fell and hit his head or he got hit by fireworks or was at the hot tub. Those fireworks went. The goalie, an actual goalie for the Blue Jackets. Webb, can I go on record? I don't like fireworks. I like going to a fireworks display done by professionals. It's not something I usually do at home.
I'm not a big fireworks display guy. It's like, wow, look at the lights in the sky. Me and Devin did a little thing in the backyard here on 4th of July when we got home from Monmouth Park, actually. But these are sparklers, like a little extra special sparkler, and then some stuff that literally I paid $14 at the 7-Eleven up the street. Nothing that's going to blow anyone's hand off or anything. Not even a fire. It wasn't even a firecracker. It's something you look and it's shooting some sparks in the air. Woo, woo, woo. The sun went down. Happy 4th of July. That's it. I don't, whatever. I don't get it. A lot of people are like, let's go watch the fireworks. Even now, in the summer here at the shore, every Thursday or Friday, there's fireworks. It's just not my thing. But this dude, it's just tragedy. I mean, we're not laughing at that, obviously. But what I think happened, he did get hit. Like, I thought he was sitting on the edge of the hot tub or something. He was at his coach's house, like the goalie coach's house. And I thought someone, like, it kind of fell over and it hit him. And he went in the motion of getting out of the way. He fell off the back and hit his head on some type of cement block, almost like a parking, when you pull into a parking lot there. That's how I understood it. But maybe he did get hit. But I think he just hit his head and his head opened up, and that was it.
Gotcha. Maybe it's it
was certainly caused. It was definitely, absolutely. If there was no fireworks, the dude would be alive.
He could, for all we know, he could have been just chilling in a hot tub, and some dude busted out the fireworks over the side, and he's running away, and it's like, oh,
that's
shit.
how I understood it. He was just kind of got hit with some shrapnel and tried to duck out of the way and fell.
All right. So,
and certainly related to.
Right. Speaking of knucklehead moves, the Chiefs defensive end Clark, he was arrested the other day. I don't think it was at an airport, but it might have gotten arrested in his car with an Uzi. He had an Uzi with them. Webb.
I mean, I'm not going to get into this. People, God and their guns. I'm not going to,
All right.
I'm not going to get into this conversation, but I just don't know why it's necessary to have an Uzi.
Richard Sherman. I'm kind of relieved. Nobody wants to see. I don't know if this was a domestic thing or I think he broke into his in-laws' house, I believe. Something like that. But I'm just happy about this because his name started coming up as a Saints possible pickup for help in the secondary. And to me, he's like an old man that cannot help any team at this point. So at least this will make it so that the Saints will not mess with him.
Yeah, I mean, he was mentioned to the Cowboys a lot because Dan Quinn is now the defensive coordinator, and Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator of the Legion of Boom back in the day when they won the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys do need some secondary corner help. This, to me, it's weird. He got arrested trying to break into his in-laws' house, and now his wife is coming out to defend him. So I don't know. Originally, when I saw it, I thought he just got drunk and was fighting with his wife, and some shit happened, and then he crashed his car. But I just read it before, so I guess he crashed the car and was trying to go to break into his in-laws' house. So the cops come, and he just like did the old, like started walking away and then started running. So they sicked the canine on him. So he actually went to the hospital for the injury to a lower left leg from the canine. So listen, I've had some rough mornings, but that's got to be, like this is where you got to have a boy just be like, listen, man, whatever you do, it's 4th of July. There's nothing to bet on. There's no sports really right now. Whatever you do, just don't be the lead story on fucking SportsCenter. Yep. Next thing you know.
Right. God, we know it's slow. It's slow because we haven't had anything to bet on for days. We could bet on the All-Star game.
This is funny, Smith.
Home run
Back
derby,
probably. The Monday before the All-Star game and the day after, from when we were in college, were the only 2 days. There might have been one more day, I think, during the entire year that you couldn't bet on anything. But now you can bet. There's WNBA now. Now there's the home run derby. There's different things. And now the NBA Finals is, there was something to bet on the game tonight and the NBA Finals tonight. But there used to be 2 or 3 days. It might be like the day after Christmas, maybe it might have been a day that you couldn't gamble on something too. But that's all. It's like I said, it's all gone now. But it's a very slow. We can't. And even tomorrow, there's only one baseball game, I think, and it gets back to it on Friday.
Speaking of baseball too, the new rules with the being a little more crackdown on the pitchers. What's the deal with so a manager's just because now all of a sudden we're watching a game and all of a sudden the fucking pitcher just starts stripping down. So it's just a manager anytime he feels like it can say, hey, I think that guy's using something on his pitches or what?
Yeah, but it's like a flag in football. Like you can only do it once or twice or something. I don't know where the whole pants. I think that started with maybe it was Scherzer.
Yeah. But now
like
I see dudes on a regular. I'm watching baseball and I'll just be flipping around and some guy will be getting naked on the mound.
Well, that's their form of protest. I think immediately that's what they do.
Here you go.
They just strip down.
You want to
search? Right. Check my ass if you have to. Again, it's just it's baseball making a Rob Manfred just proving he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, douchebag of the week could be Rob Manfred almost every week. Like you said, you brought up Canada earlier. I don't know what Canada still has the Blue Jays playing in Buffalo. I don't know.
I got some beef with Canada. I got some friends with. I got Dave McIntosh. Got a lot of friends from Canada. Canada, it's time to get over your fucking self up there. All right. When we was closing some borders around here, you acted like we was doing something, and then you close the border when the shit hits the fan up there, and like no big deal. We aren't getting into the border thing. That's a whole other story. But and then so you still haven't had a sporting event played with an audience.
Right, even the Canadians, right?
Even the Canadians in the finals didn't have an audience, and they didn't even let the Tampa Bay Lightning family go up there to the game.
What was going to happen? Like they were gonna be Typhoid Mary and spread COVID all over the entire country because they let I don't know 50 people that are going to be on a private jet anyway. Right.
Meanwhile, your Blue Jays are walking around with everything that says Toronto, representing your city, advertising for your city all over the United States, and playing in Buffalo.
And they just got to Buffalo. They played in Florida.
If you don't have the balls to do this thing, fucking let them stay in Buffalo. They probably like it. Little park. Nice little ballpark.
Buffalo. I'm sure Buffalo would love to have a team.
Raptors, Tampa. Shit, Tampa winning everything. Tampa's winning hockey. They're winning football. The Rays went to the All World Series. They're good this year. I'm pretty sure Tampa would enjoy just keeping the Raptors.
Right. Absolutely.
Buffalo would love it. Canada is my for their handling of this COVID. Now that we're moving forward. And look, I get it. I've heard some news lately. I'm starting to get a little nervous about the news lately. It was Delta thing and they're talking about businesses and everything else. I don't want to get into all this shit again, but Canada, get over yourself already. Fucking vaccine if you need to. Don't vaccine if you need to. Start opening shit up.
Right.
Start opening shit up.
Right. Let the sports, please. Let the sports.
Or don't televise the shit in Canada. How about that? Don't televise the hockey finals. That's what they should have done.
Right. Something.
Right.
Something. I got another douchebag. I don't know if it's going to be ESPN, but my douchebag, it's similar to when I did the oven mitts thing. But list. Now there's no news. There's nothing going on. So every day there's a list. Who's the best who's the top 10 quarterbacks? Who's the top 10 running backs? Who's the top 10 interior offensive linemen? I'm sick of it. It makes no sense. It's all an opinionated thing. It's silly. So that's my douchebag. I got nothing to do except I go to try to check a score, and everything that pops up is a fucking list. I don't want to read any more lists. Let's play some games.
That's because they got nothing to talk about. See,
exactly.
Us, when we got nothing to talk about, we just take a couple weeks off. We're not going to come out here and talk shit. But that's when then you get those guys like Phil Simms' son and these other dudes. They just say shit for shock value.
Exactly. Or Dan Orlovsky and Chris Simms. That's just all clickbait. That's all they do is say stupid shit to get them trending. They're trying to be like the twins from Fresno to get enough people on. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of a dude who talked himself into a little trouble this week, your favorite guy, Webb, Stephen A. Smith, talking about the All-Star.
Yeah.
He got in some trouble. So he got in some heat this week.
Talking about Shante Ohtani. Yeah, exactly. Just say it loud. That's what he said. Anytime he can't say anything, he talks about the Cowboys, he gets likes, and anytime he opens his stupid-ass mouth, some stupid shit comes out, and that's what happens.
So he comes out and says, it can't be that good for baseball if the guy needs the main man out there needs an interpreter and all. And look, dude, Ohtani's phenomenal. He's like ridiculous. This dude.
Oh, unbelievable, bro. He's hitting bombs, pitching games. He's crazy.
Throwing 100 miles an hour. Like he leads the league in exit. I'm not, I've talked about exit velocity. I think it's dumb shit, but there is no better stat than who hits the ball hardest. Exit velocity.
Right.
Dude leads the league in exit velocity, and he throws 100 miles an hour.
Well, I just look at who hits the ball. I don't need to know how fast it goes. Yeah, dude, he hit that hard. That's all I got. I don't care how fast it goes. That one went over the fence.
Right.
Good enough for me.
That one was a line drive to the shortstop for an out.
Right. He hit it hard. Loud out. I don't need to know the miles per hour.
All right. What else we got? We got anything else for tonight, or that's it?
It might be a wrap. I don't know. We got to get some. We got. There's no games. Nothing to talk about. We did cover the upcoming. I mean, football's coming. We got about a week before that starts, and then we're gonna. I mean, our next thing is we'll finish up this NBA Finals, and then we're gonna start talking about college is right around the corner, and then we got to start talking. Our contest, whatever we got going on.
All right. So we're just getting our feet wet. Get back in the habit. We missed a few weeks there. Like I said, give my love to Devin. Had a little broken wrist. How's the wrist coming along?
Pretty good. We're at the doctor the other day. It's fine. It's fracture's healing. I think 3 more weeks and she should be back. But the basketball started. She's missing soccer, summer hoops, basketball.
Left wrist or the right wrist?
Left.
So her non-throwing
Correct.
hand.
So she's still throwing some pitches, and you can, she shoots a hoop a little bit in the backyard, but she can't really do too much.
All right.
I don't want her to hurt it again. That's the thing.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, don't rush it back. Don't rush it back.
Right.
All right, and all right, we'll be back next week with all kinds of good shit. Thank you, Wilbur Investigations. Thank you, Scott Wheatley, very much. Lil Saint the Goat and Corey Riley and C. Really and John Grove for the bumper music and everybody else that we thank all the time. Check us out on everywhere. Reach out to us if you got some ideas. Anything. We're open to anything right now to get this ball rolling. We want to make this football season really be like our coming out party. With enough warming up, enough practicing. This is going to be our coming out party this football season because we're going to try and get some good shit going on, get some guests, maybe get some live shows going on, some callbacks, some talk-ins, some things like that, and we'll go from there. So,
digging. Everybody check out. It's the 10-year anniversary of Smith on Bar Rescue. I saw the commercial last night. Smitty was on there a couple times. I saw something pop up. Taffer put something on Twitter, so check out Smitty on
I'll have to check that out.
Its back. Yeah,
I should thank Spirits on Bourbon and Turtle Bay every day that we're on. I don't know why I don't give them the little cross promotion plug.
That's right.
They are a big part of how this is.
How's this working? But yeah, thanks, Scott Wheatley. It's a great idea. We're going to get this going. I mean, football is our forte. The show flows much better. It's just easier for us to do. But please reach out. Anything we do, and it's time for us to get some likes and make some of these get paid for our name, image, and likeness. So let's go.
Name and NIL, baby. That's
fun. Nillis.
Give us some NILs.
Right.
That's how we should have started this shit. I want
love.
name and likeness.
Right.
Look, I'm looking behind you. You got the picture of ugly motherfucker and
right. That's it. That should be. Should be enough for 10,000 Twitter followers right there or something. I don't know. However else you monetize this shit, we'll take a sponsor.
Ask you. I watch Barstool Sports. You know a place in Asbury Park that gives away free pizza when you buy a beer?
Yeah, Johnny Mac's.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, it's great. Outdoors. Yeah, it was open all through COVID. So, yeah, every time you get a little ticket. You go there, you get an omelet too. If you go on like a Sunday morning, you get an omelet instead.
How they manage that?
Place is packed, line around the corner.
Everybody getting beer. You give away some free pizzas. Big deal.
Yeah, it's like a little 4-slice pizza. Yeah, there's a line. There's a dude back. The dude in the back the dude making them makes $500 in tips alone on there tonight.
The barstool guys were in there. He's like, this is amazing.
It's great. It's great. Johnny Max. Yep. Right on Main Street.
All right, brother. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week.
All right. Peace, God. Brick by brick, baby. Everyone, name, image, and likeness. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Devin. Make sure you subscribe to the Wager Makers podcast on YouTube, like all their videos, and click that bell so that you turn on your post notifications and you never miss another video.
Welcome to the Wager Makers podcast with Webb and Smith.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Wager Maker podcast.
Brick by brick, baby.
Yeah. Here
comes the Wager Maker
Here I go.
Express.
I hear y'all sick of losing money cause y'all don't know how to bet. Better hit that Wager Maker podcast with Spit and Webb. They gon' show y'all how to do this. Take these notes like y'all some students. Y'all can't seem to pick them right? Well, tonight y'all lucky night. It's that Wager Maker podcast. Wager Maker podcast. Wager Maker podcast. Your bookie getting sick cause we built this brick by brick. It's that Wager Maker podcast. It's that Wager Maker podcast. It's that Wager Maker podcast. Come and place your bets with that WM Express. Let's go.